So let me brighten it up a little bit. It's a little dark in here. There we go. There we go. Still kind of dark. Okay. Okay. There we go. So this is my first time going live. For those that are joining me for the first time, my name is Trafina. Hello. And welcome to my channel. So I'm not going to be on here long. I just wanted to make this video to talk about trusting the process. This video is part of that because it's been a long time coming. I've had my YouTube channel, gosh, I think since I'm getting into the swing of it. Like this year, I definitely plan to do way more videos and go live. And this, so it's, but I wanted to just come on to talk about trusting the process. And just I kind of got a download, you know, as I was going through the day, and I was thinking of so many things have happened in my life that has, in the moment, it didn't really make sense. And then when I look back in hindsight, I realized that it was part of a bigger plan. And it's so crazy how God works, because even things that look like it was causing havoc or confusion, I don't want to say confusion because he's not the author of confusion, but things again that didn't make sense. Something as simple as, I'll give a quick example. I was supposed to go somewhere, and I had been wanting to go to this place to take care of something and kept putting it off due to fear, being truthful, transparent, and other things. And so I finally got the courage and said, okay, I'm going to do it today. And when I went, you know, I connected with a woman that I would have never met had I not gone the day that I went. And I realized that I ended up not even doing what I was supposed to do. But the connection that I made was so much bigger than the reason that I went to do said thing. And it wasn't until like today I was, you know, in the kitchen cooking, and I was like, oh my God, if I would have went earlier when I initially wanted to, I would have never met this woman. And so it was in that moment that God had given me a download about how we really have to trust the process and direct your paths. And I've been literally walking that out. I've been literally realizing how things that didn't make sense in the moment, God was strategically orchestrating it, whether it was a friendship ending, a relationship ending, whether it was a transition, me relocating out of the blue, you know, getting uprooted, and how I'm like, this is crazy. Like, why is this happening? And then now it's all coming full circle and it's making sense. So I don't know who's watching this or who needs this, but you really do have to trust the process. And that goes in all things, in relationships, trusting the process when things don't work out. I know for me in my life, I've experienced a lot of loss. I always say God has graced me with beauty because he knew that he was going to give me a tough walk. So he was like, well, at least you're going to look good through it, right? But thank God I don't look like what I've been through. But I've been through a lot of stuff, and I've experienced a lot of loss in my life. And with that, one thing I've learned is that, you know, he knows. My mom always says, God knows your end from your beginning. And so even though it doesn't make sense, I keep looking at the camera, and excuse me, I'm looking at me. So if it looks like I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at myself on my computer screen. But, you know, neither here nor there. Like I said, first video, we're gonna get it together. We're going to get it together. But one thing I've learned is that even when it doesn't make sense to me in the moment, God is orchestrating something bigger, and it's going to make sense, right? Especially when you get the revelation. And so I don't know who this is for, as they say, but trust the process. You know, if something is not going the way that you wanted to, lean in and ask God what it is that what he wants to show you. What is it that he's doing in that moment? Because I know for me, there were times where it's like something as simple as someone being thrown off because of traffic. Maybe that traffic is protecting you from something that you may have encountered. You know, I know there's been times where I've had to take a detour from going somewhere, and in the moment it's annoying, it's frustrating. It's like, what is going on? I have to be here at this time and I'm late, I'm running late. But those are the moments that I found stillness, because I'm like, you know what? I don't know what God was protecting me from. And I don't know what I was supposed to get. It's been something as simple as me hearing something on the radio I was supposed to hear, you know, hearing a message that was for me, you know, or getting a call like, oh, you know what, you're good, you don't even have to come in, or something came up. So a lot of times people see the promotion, right? They see the good, they see what you're, or they see what they think is going on. Like, you look like you got it going on, but they don't understand the process that it took to get to where you are. And so it does take a lot of faith, a lot of confidence, and a lot of trust to even trust the process. And one thing that I'm learning is that despite what it looks like, despite what it feels like, because we know our feelings are fickle. You might feel good today and not feel good tomorrow. You might feel great tomorrow and not feel good the day after. Feelings are fickle. One thing I found solace in is knowing that God is the same today, yesterday, and forever. So even when my feelings change, even when situations change, He's the same. So that's kept me, in times I've experienced a lot of transition in my life, even in these past 2 years. I've gone through, I've moved, I can't tell you how many times I've moved. It's crazy. you know, Friendships that ended, relationships that ended that weren't even supposed to start. They should have stayed at high. Probably even shouldn't have gotten to high. But I've learned that in the process, God has been with me the whole way. And so that's what's kept me grounded. That's what's kept me in peace and kept me in joy and kept me in times when I wanted to throw in the towel, is knowing that this too shall pass and all things truly do get better. And so and the minute I changed my perspective was the minute I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. It was the minute the aha moment happened, like, oh, this is why. Okay, this is why you had to pull me out of that situation. This was why you allowed me to experience that, because there are things that we walk through that God is called for us to go through so that we can get better, so that we can grow, so that we can learn. And so one thing I'm learning in this season, even with this YouTube channel, like, I've been told from numerous people, friends, family, a little bit of family, but mostly friends, even strangers, like, oh, you need to do this. You're so encouraging and inspiring and beautiful and all these things. And I allowed perfectionism to stop me. I allowed me second guessing. I allowed life happened. There were times where I'm like, okay, I'm ready. And life said, and scene. No, you're not. So, now is even me trusting that this is for a reason. I don't know who He's gonna do. He sees beyond what I can see. Like I said, my mom always says God knows your end from your beginning. So trust the process. When it doesn't make sense, it's okay. I go to God, like, these days, the way I talk to God is like a father, it's like a friend, it's like a homie, like, God, what's up? What are we doing? What are you doing? Because I don't understand. This doesn't feel good. I need you to, like, give me some type of sign. But most of all, I go to Him like a father. And I'm like, okay, God, I don't understand, but I trust you. So even when I can't trust the situation, because situations change. You can't fully trust people because people are people, right? And people can be fair weather. They come, they go. They're good, they're not. But again, God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. I don't want to be repetitive, but this keeps dropping in my spirit. Like, trusting the process comes with trusting God. When you trust God, then you'll automatically trust the process, because you know that all things work together for my good, right? No weapon formed against me will ever prosper. Like, it's easy to quote a scripture, but it's different to actually live and walk in that. And so what God is doing in this season is saying, I need you to trust me beyond what you can see. Even now, like, I've been questioning Him, like, what's my next? Like, you got me doing these different things. You had me start my podcast, all this stuff. Like, what are we doing? And He's just like, trust me. When you take the first step, I will be there to meet you. I'll give you directions, but I need you to trust me and take that first step. So I'm not going to be long-winded. I'm not going to be here long. I just hope that encourage and inspire somebody. Again, my name is Trafina. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter at Trafina S, which is spelled TryPhaenas. And check out my podcast, Gems for the Soul podcast, on Spotify and Anchor. And I definitely am going to be doing, right now it's just audio, but I plan to do video. I've been, again, people close to me pushing me. You need to get on video. You need to get on camera. You're a model. You got this. So I do plan to eventually release like a visual podcast as well. This is something God is working out in me too, because I'm so like, I don't want to say I'm a perfectionist. I'm not a perfectionist. I'm a recovering perfectionist, but I definitely strive for excellence. So I don't like putting things out and it's undone. Even this live, like, this is crazy because this is something like out of my comfort zone. But I told myself this year was the year that I was going to do things that are uncomfortable and just, again, trust the process, right? So check out my podcast, Gems for the Soul. I drop gems there, obviously. It's the title. But I share a lot of wisdom, knowledge, just revelation God gives me. I'm going to be sharing holistic remedies and helping people heal. I'm very big on holistic health, clean eating, plant-based lifestyle, all of that. And I plan to share that on my channel as well. Again, a little bit of background. My name is Trafina, as I've said 100 times. I am a model and actress, also a business owner. I'm working on some things that I will not release right now. still getting it together. It's in the process. We're working it out. So it's a lot of things that God is doing with me this year. So I hate, the cliche, stay tuned, but I have to say it, stay tuned, because God is doing some big things. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it blessed and inspired somebody. Again, pardon me for looking at the camera. It was awkward. Like, I'm looking at you guys now because I'm looking at the camera, but I've been looking at myself. So if you see me looking down, that is why. Do not judge. Okay. This is all love, positivity only. I take constructive criticism too, but only if you qualify, right? But anyway, I love you all. Stay tuned, stay connected. Just I love comments. I love meeting and connecting with new people. So, if you find this video and it spoke to you, you enjoyed it. I'm funny in real life, like truly, and you guys will see that as I begin to post more stuff. Yeah, just shout it out, say something. I love that. Words of affirmation has never been a big love language for me, but I do love when people like show love. I'd rather somebody like express their interest and show that love than to sit back and just be like, oh, I mean, it's nice, and not say anything. It's weird. But anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed and hope you have a great night. Okay, bye.